Hi everybody, I am Tin Tim, that's T-I-N as in nuh-uh, T-I-M as in move over. So I wanted to make a quick video to address the situation with Carnival Cruise Lines in the Alan Chuck Drag Race at Sea cruise. If y'all don't know about the situation, I suggest you quickly Google it. But the brief synopsis is that yesterday, just a few days before a lot of folks who are fans of RuPaul's Drag Race are set to board a cruise ship to see 30-some of their favorite stars of the show perform and to kiki with them, they received a letter from Carnival Cruises saying that anyone who wore drag and was not a performer would be escorted off the cruise ship permanently, would be disembarked and sent home at their own expense. Supposedly this is because the cruise is being shared between the Drag Race fans and General Family Cruise, and apparently, according to the letter from Carnival Cruise Lines, this would upset the children on the cruise or their families. Now, shortly after people began to be in an uproar over the letter, Alan Chuck Travel posted a piece claiming that Carnival's policy was not a form of discrimination, and saying that actually it was their post 9/11 policy to disallow costumes because costumes could allow terrorists to bomb the boat or something. All of which has been very quickly dismissed by folks because of all of the Halloween cruises that Carnival has hosted. I am almost more disappointed by the letter from Alan Chuck Travel than I am by the Carnival Cruise Line letter itself. Not just because of, you expect more from a GLBT quote-unquote company or whatever. More so because it really does not matter what the real policy behind Carnival's decision is, whether it's, to prevent terrorism or not. They used this fucked up language around family and what is family safe in the letter, and that is there, and you can't take that back, no matter what other policies they have on record. I am seeing a lot of people, come forward to say there's no reason that drag isn't family friendly, drag can be totally child safe, and I think all of that's important to say. I do think about those little faggy outcast children how much they'll lose by not getting to see that glamorous creature walking through the hallway that would have just blown their minds and changed their lives forever. But that said, I also think we need to be careful. First off, let's be clear, there is no actual threat posed by seeing someone in drag to a child. Bad behavior directed toward the child that is damaging to them is damaging, but that has nothing to do with drag itself. So let's be clear about that. So any discomfort that the families or the children feel is because of their own worldview or values, not because of the drag itself, number one. So number two, when you prioritize those potential concerns of the family over the other passengers of the cruise ship who are there primarily for the drag race piece, what you are saying is that the potential concerns of those customers that are in families are more important to you than these other passengers. And I think, yes, we need to say, drag can be great for kids, but we also need to say we are not second-class passengers on this boat, lest we end up rattling the cage while the Titanic goes down because we didn't get in the lifeboat, right? So yes, let's say drag can be family safe, but let's also say we have a right to claim our space here. When I read the piece from Alan Chuck Travel, there was this piece at the end where they said something along the lines of, why would you need to come in drag to see your favorite performers anyway? This is just like at a nightclub. You wouldn't dress up in drag to go to a nightclub now, would you? There's that shame that we've had projected onto us as, freaks and as queer people, and I think that we carry that with us. No matter how resilient, no matter how fierce we become, that's still there, and there are times when it can be triggered. And I had that moment after I read the letter where I'm not even going on the cruise, right? And I had that moment where I felt like, oh, you silly fag for wanting to dress up in these clothes and, come do this. Why would you do that? Who does that? I'm sorry, I do that every weekend, right? When I read that last bit, that was the feeling I had, and I was really resentful of that and being made to feel that by a supposedly quote-unquote LGBT-oriented company. You know, for me, all of this goes back to what we said in last week's video, that, you know, corporations will never be the source of our liberation. I was really happy to see Sharon Needles say, when she shared the items on Facebook, that Carnival Cruise Line's decision goes against her values. Not just that it's, oh, I support my fans, or oh, I think that this is politically messed up. It was values. And I think that it's important to claim that, right? It's important to claim that it is a value, it is something that we value, to bring beauty and, you know, gender confusion into the world. Yes, you want to instigate more people to do it. Drag, glamour, vanity are my family values, motherfucker, right?